Hello everybody, Jam here, and welcome back to another highlights video from DOR's Retro GT series. This week coming to you from what is pretty much my home track. That would be the Brands Hatch circuit. Specifically we're racing on the GP layout. I don't live particularly close, but it is technically my closest, and it's I think the only British track we're going to in this series, with Silverstone not being on the calendar. So there you go. As much as I don't particularly like this GP layout, I have had some pretty good results here before across various series. So fingers crossed, really. Wasn't sure if it was going to be a good track for our car or not. Never really know going into a new race weekend. I was looking at what people were speculating in the various chats, and I don't know. There was some cause for concern, but then I don't know. I was also... We'll find out, basically. I'm trying to waffle about quali times, and I've lost myself already, so it's a typical Jam video. This lap pretty good, half a second up as we head into the final corner. And this is going to be our best lap of quali. And on the middle lap, for once. It's the first time that's happened this season. Anyway, there we go. Oh, sorry, smacked my mic. Start of race 1 then, and I've got Phil, drive, right behind me. First time we've had... two cars, definitely two cars in the top 10 for qualifying. It's definitely my best qualifying position as well. Anyway, race 1 start is underway. Relatively quiet around the first couple of corners. Two ART Audis. I don't know if they got together particularly there, or if their lines just kind of merged or something. And yeah, free position for me. So it's up to P7 around the first couple of corners. We're jumping all the way onto lap 4 now. One of the pink Mercuries, I think, made a mistake up there, dropping into 4th place, and that's a big slide for the other ART Audi. We're going to have a look up the inside going into Druids. Pretty good exits from this car out the slower corners. We've seen that as a pretty good theme. So despite the four-wheel drive of the Audi, we've managed to out-drag him in the traction zone. That's not ideal, though. Don't want him going sideways. On the exit of turn 3, trying to defend into turn 4, I suppose. And there is that Audi, little bit of side-to-side contact, little bit of curb usage, and once again, not really that slow of a corner, but just quick on the exits. So there we go, a couple of laps later, lap 6, we're still P6, and we're heading round the back section first time. You've seen this in one of the races, and I just try and straighten up before the turn, and that's not ideal. This isn't a rallycross car, so I try and merge as safely as I can. Koenigsegg actually was on the grass himself, so nearly ran into me, and Snake Eye gets me through the next corner as I kind of went across the racing line there. Not the best rejoin, but it definitely could have been a lot worse. But yeah, 3 places lost. And if you look at the track map, that one dot on its own in the middle of the two groups, that's where I was. So definitely quite a lot of time lost. So that happened on lap 6. This is only lap 7, so just 1 lap later. Once again, through the back section, the corner before I went off, and it's a position made. Not your typical overtaking place, but Snake Eye, a little bit of a mistake there, running wide through the corner, and I snatch P9 back into the single digit. So lap 8 then, and Dimes has done what I did, and that's another position, P8 on lap 8. His wasn't quite as bad, but it still handed me 1 place back. And yeah, with his all-wheel drive, was able to recover a bit better as well. So on to lap 10 then, penultimate lap of the pit window, and we head into the pits. Pretty nice pit entry from me there, I must admit. It's always a tricky one here. So we came up, yeah, I have no idea what I was about to say. We was closing up on the back of Koenigsegg, so hopefully with a 1 lap undercut, we can overtake him. He's obviously got to pit at the end of this lap, because I said it's the last lap of the pit window, and there he is. We're going to be not quite side by side into turn 1, but I left it room in case he was there. And just a little bit more pace than Koenigsegg. At this particular round, we've had some great battles throughout the season, but I was pretty confident that I was going to be able to jump him, even with just that 1 lap of difference in pit strategy. And that was it for my race, and all the way onto the final lap until that happened. Imagine doing that on the last lap. I mean, it's pretty much what I did, so that's absolutely gutting. But I'm back up into P6, which is, I think, where I was when I made my mistake. So somehow, I haven't really lost out. Although you can see the size of the gap to the group in front. So I mean, it's always annoying when you make a big mistake, as I did in that race. But I don't think, realistically, I lost anything. I was actually ahead of Takeshi before I made the mistake, but I don't know if I would have been able to stay there, so I'm pretty happy with P6. And it's the first time I've been in the top 10 for a reverse grid, so here we are, race 2, and I'm starting P5. I'm really looking forward to this. Once again, behind Koenigsegg. Once again, like I said earlier on, been involved in a lot of battles with him this season, and hopefully that can continue in this race. With 2 wide going down to turn 3, a bit of contact with the Audi there, a bit more on the apex, and I'm out wide, and Sendit's gone through in the another Audi, and there goes Hydra in the Mercury. Sendit's going for Snake Eye, Hydra's going for Snake Eye, there's Barcode appearing, and with 3 wide, and there's contact on the left hand side, and I probably shouldn't have made that 3 wide, because that's just the first time I get into a reverse grid position, and that happens on the first lap. Gutting, absolutely gutting. So we're jumping straight on to lap 3 then. Whee, that's a big slide. Someone's off into the grass and gravel. I'm up the inside of a Lancia into the second to last corner. Can we get him on the exit? That wasn't the best racing line through the corner. Yes, we can. 2 places in 1 on lap 3. Not bad at all. Next up onto lap 4, we've got Flex. Oh, there's a bit of contact between Flex and Says, is that? I can't read. My preview window text isn't very legible. Either way, that Capri, not very quick down the straight at all, and I had a look at Flex there, but I had a very small overlap, and that was never really going to pay off, and that's a little wide there, and now I've got to defend from that Capri, have I? He's getting quite big in that dodgy mirror of mine. No, it looks like we're all right for now. Lap 5 then. Flex still in front. We've got a good run out of turn 1. We're going to the outside for Druids. It's not the best idea, surely. What are we doing around the outside of here? Can we get a good exit? We can. But once again, no, not really quite good enough. That's tight down into turn 2. Good exit out. Not turn 2. I always call that turn 2. I forget about Paddock Hill and think Druids is turn 1. I was having a little look up the inside into turn 4. And we're going to be side by side on the exit, actually. Come on. Come on, Datsun. Oh, there's a little bit of contact. Come on. Straight line speed. Have we got it? We're a little bit quicker. Whee, there's a little bit more contact. That was a sketchy little twitch. Where is he? Where is he? There he is. Oh, and the Capri's through as well. Not the greatest corner or 2 for Flex there. Ended up losing 2 positions in that. But I'm not going to complain because I gained 1. So we're into the pit window now. And what is it? Lap 9. It was actually a pretty quiet race. After I got past Flex, a lot of people taking their pits in the first couple of laps of the pit window. As you can see, I'm up to P7. And we're actually down to just 14 drivers, starting with 16. So I figured to buff out the video a little bit, I showed you my full lap in quali, and I figured I'd show you my best full lap in the race as well. This is actually quite a bit quicker than my quali lap as well, and also clean as well, which is always nice to be able to do in a race. You don't always get the amount of clean air that I'm currently in to put in a couple of fast laps, and it just felt like a really nice lap. It's also my personal best. Just in general, I hadn't gone as quickly as this lap in any of my testing. In the first race, I didn't get as quick as this. Quali, I definitely didn't. And yeah, I didn't even go quicker than this lap at any point with a dirty lap. So cutting those apexes clearly not helping me out too much. You're just using all the track everywhere, crikey. Avoiding that curb on the inside, that was a tricky last corner in this car. It wasn't very happy. You can see the size of the split time there. I forgot to dirty my formation lap, so that wasn't ideal. And there's Koenigsegg into the pits there. Not the first time he's pitted just in front of us. And we've got a couple more laps. There we go, 22.8. Very nice lap indeed. Yeah, a couple more laps before we pit. Not the best lap, half a second down on lap 11. And it's not actually the best pit entry either. It slowed down a little bit too much. Lost the turbo boost and was a bit slow on the way in. But we come out now in traffic. And there's Koenigsegg. Didn't quite jump in with the overcut this time. I was a little further away than I was in the previous race. So P9 as things settle down. And we got a bit of an isolated 3-car battle here for 8th, 9th and 10th. You can see Koenigsegg right in front of me. And if you look into the mirror, pick one of them anyway, you got Sean just behind as well. And that's a good run out of there. we've seen I've got the pace on the skylines just ever so slightly with Flex earlier. Getting very tight, and we're getting fours are welded together. Just the tiniest bit of side-to-side contact, which shouldn't have ended anything. And we get sort of glued and forced over to the right-hand side. I ended up going wide through the corner. I'm now sort of trying to defend from Sean on the outside, who eventually backs out of it, and I managed to stay in the middle of this group of three. But I don't want to be in the middle, I want to be at the front of it. I try and do the same thing again this time. Not quite as far alongside as early. And that's easy. Yeah, Koenigsegg still got his nose in front. I let him have the inside. Cut back to try and get the exit, but a bit of contact. Sean's got a great run now as well. We're side by side into the second of the right-handers in the GP layout. Oh, there's contact. I don't know where that was from, because Sean's right there trying to follow me through, I think. But I think if I can hold it through here, that's a lot of curb on the inside. Don't touch the grass. Where is he? All right, defending into the second to last corner. Oh, I've touched that curb that I don't like. There he is. There was a bit more contact. He was pushing me through the corner. I think the Skyline there can carry a bit more corner speed, but the Datsun's a little bit quicker in between the corners, especially in the exit phase, as we can see right there. Just putting the foot down as the track curves, and a lot of traction, and we're able to make the move stick. And that was it for me. No one else in front I was going to be able to catch, but Sean took a little bit longer getting past Koenigsegg, and the gap grew to the point where he wasn't going to catch me. So P8 when I started P5 in a reverse grid race, and I finished P6 in the first one. A little disappointing because of what happened in the first lap, but you know, as I've said, I think in this series already, that's racing. You win some, you lose some. Some go well, some go don't. Some go don't. You heard it here first. Anyway, that's the end of that round, and there are the standings. I'm still sat in P5, which I'm pretty happy with, because it doesn't feel like it should be quite that high. A couple of people have missed a round though, so will maybe jump back above me once the drop round comes into effect. And in the teams, good round for us, up into P6. We were 7th last week, so hopefully heading back towards a better position. Anyway, that's it for this video, so I'll see you for the next one. But until then, goodbye.